next here this evening to the worsening scene on our southern border. More than 1,500 unaccompanied minors now in federal custody, hundreds held for 10 days or longer. That's far longer than the legal time frame. And tonight, a first look inside one of the crowded facilities. This facility here in Donna, Texas, seen in a photo taken over the weekend and shared by Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar. Journalists have not been allowed in. Tonight, the Biden administration still refusing to call this a crisis. Our Martha Raddatz asking the new Secretary of Homeland Security why wasn't there a plan for this coming into this administration. And our Cecilia Vega tonight right there on the border. What she witnessed firsthand, she reports now from McAllen, Texas tonight.
Tonight, a first look inside this severely overcrowded tent facility on the southern border. The Biden administration not allowing journalists in, but these pictures taken over the weekend and released by Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar show migrants, many of them unaccompanied minors, on the floor in cramped pods. Pods built to hold no more than 260 people. Instead, one housing more than 400 boys. The White House says they're working as quickly as possible to move these kids into shelters and homes, but the administration still refuses to call the situation a crisis.
Children presenting at our border who are fleeing violence, who are fleeing prosecution, who are fleeing terrible situations is not a crisis.
ABC News has learned that inside these facilities not meant for kids, more than 800 children have been held more than 10 days. That's more than 3 times longer than they're legally allowed to be there. Along the border, authorities say they've never seen anything like it. I'm out with deputies from Hidalgo County, Texas. Typically, they encounter about 30 migrants a day. But now
we're getting 30 within 30 minutes.
Wow. Pieces of their stories left all along these dusty roads.
Little kids, teens. I mean, these are...
Yeah, this is...
The baby's clothes.
Maybe a
2-year-old, 3-year-old?
3-year-old.
And just a few feet away,
it's a baby carrier.
They take me to a popular arrival spot called El Rincon, the corner, right on the edge of the Rio Grande. Undated cell phone video posted earlier this month by Congressman Cuellar show rafts filled with migrants.
So this is the river. The raft pulls up right here. This is their first foot on U.S. soil. Is there anything that's going to stop this?
I hope there is. I don't know what it is. There's got to be a better way.
Unlike Trump, the Biden administration is not sending unaccompanied minors back across the border alone. Critics say the White House moved so quickly to overturn Trump's hardline immigration policies that they failed to put a plan in place to handle the migrant surge that followed. Our Martha Raddatz pressing Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Why were you not prepared for this?
Martha, let me be clear. We have seen large numbers of migration in the past. We know how to address it. We have a plan. We are executing on our plan, and we will succeed.
But the reality on the ground, political upheaval, crime, a terrible hurricane season, has migrants hoping the new president will welcome them. ABC's Marcus Moore in southern Mexico meeting this father and 3-year-old son. They're 12 days into their journey, walking north all the way from Honduras. The dad says he heard President Biden is giving opportunities to people like him. He says we thank him from the bottom of our hearts.
So let's get to Cecilia Vega. She's with us live from McAllen, Texas tonight. And Cecilia, when we see those images shared by that Democratic congressman of young people packed into that facility, folks at home are going to decide for themselves whether this is a crisis they're looking at. I'm curious, why is the administration so focused on not using the word crisis, refusing to call it a crisis again today? And President Biden now says he will visit the border at some point soon?
Yeah, David, you know, the president is under fire from all sides on this issue, the situation out here. And yes, he says that he will visit the border at some point. He didn't give a timeline. The vice president said as much today, too. As for why they're not calling this a crisis, the White House is suggesting that what these families are leaving behind in their home countries is the crisis. David, they say these children, the alternative would be to send them back to their home countries alone. They say that is not an option.
All right, Cecilia Vega with us from the border tonight. Cecilia, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.